Hello student, today I will explain you chapter 4 capacitor. What is capacitor? It is a device which stores energy, electrical energy. This is a capacitor. Okay. And capacitance of a capacitor is defined as the ability to store energy. Ability to store electrical energy or charge. So the capacitor is a device which can be any shape, and capacitance of a capacitor is defined as the ability to store electrical energy. As we know, on giving a charge to a conductor, its potential increases linearly. Q directly proportional to V. When we give some charge to a conductor, its potential rises linearly. On changing this sign, the equality sign, there is a constant C. It is called capacitance. So C is equal to Q over V, and C is capacitance of a capacitor. SI unit coulomb per volt, or you can say it farad. This is farad. Farad is a very large unit, so we will show the capacitance of a capacitor in microfarad or picofarad. So always remember this relation. If you want to calculate the capacitance of a given capacitor, first we have to find potential, and then by applying this formula C is equal to Q over V, we can find capacitance of given capacitor. So relation is Q is equal to CV. If we plot a graph between V and Q, it will be a straight line. The slope of this graph represents capacitance. The slope of this graph represents capacitance of a capacitor. Now, in next topic we will find capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. Okay, capacitance of an isolated spherical capacitor. We will find the capacitance of this capacitor. Consider we have an isolated sphere of radius r. On giving charge to this sphere, this conducting sphere, the charge will distribute uniformly over the surface of this sphere. As I have told you, the charge given to a sphere can be considered as a point charge. So if we want to calculate the capacitance of this isolated spherical capacitor, first we have to find the potential. So this charge Q can be considered as point charge situated at the center of this sphere. So potential due to this charge Q is given by V is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R. Now from the formula C is equal to Q over V, simply place the value of V in this formula. So it comes 4 pi epsilon R. This is capacitance when the medium is air. If we have another medium, then C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught K into R. This is also called air capacitor. If the medium inside the capacitor is air, then the capacitor is called air capacitor, and the capacitance is represented by C naught. So from this formula we can write C is equal to C naught into K, or K is equal to C over C naught. So this is the capacitance of isolated spherical capacitor. Now We have parallel plate capacitor. It is an arrangement of two plates, two parallel plates separated by some distance d. A charge is given through the first plate. Due to induction, here develop some negative charge, and the second plate of this capacitor is earth. So this is the parallel plate capacitor, arrangement of two plates, two parallel plates having area E separated by a distance d. This is parallel plate capacitor. Now we have to find the expression for capacitance of this parallel plate capacitor. This is positive plate and this is negative plate. So the electric field is directed from positive to negative plate. For finding the capacitance, first we have to find the potential. As I told you, the electric field between the plate is almost uniform, so we can use the relation E is equal to V over D. So V is equal to E into D. This is electric field between the plate, and this is sigma over epsilon naught into D, and this is Q over A epsilon naught into D. This is the value of V. Now capacitance C is equal to Q over V. C is equal to, put the value of V Q D A epsilon naught. C is equal to A epsilon naught over D. If the medium between the plate is other than air, so we will use Ka epsilon naught over D. This is the expression for capacitance for parallel plate capacitor. So, according to this formula, it is clear C is directly proportional to K, directly proportional to A, and inversely proportional to distance between the plate. If we put some dielectric between the plate, then the capacitance of capacitor increases. If we use plates of large area, then capacitance also increases. If we decrease the distance between the plate, then capacitance also increases. These are three factors on which capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor depends. Directly proportional to K, directly proportional to A, and inversely proportional to D. This is parallel plate capacitor. Now we will do combination of capacitor. Combination of capacitor. We have two combinations in which we can join some capacitor. One is parallel and other is series. So first we will do series combination. In series, capacitors are connected like this. There is a potential difference between the plates, and a charge will be same. This is capacitance C1, C2 and C3. The total potential difference across the terminal of this circuit will be the algebraic sum of potential on potential difference between plates of all capacitors. As we know, Q is equal to CV, then V is equal to Q over C. Q over C1, Q over C2, Q over C3, and this is Q over C. C is equivalent capacitance. Cancel Q then we get 1 over C is equal to 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. From this expression, we can calculate equivalent capacitance of capacitors which are connected in series manner. Now, parallel combination. In parallel combination, charge is divided. Consider total charge Q is given to this arrangement. Q1 is divided into three parts: C1, C2, C3, and the potential difference between the plate of capacitor, all capacitor, is V. So in parallel, charge is divided. So we will start from Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Q is equal to CV, C1V, C2V, C3V, and this is CV. Cancel V, C1 plus C2 plus C3. This is the expression for equivalent capacitance in parallel manner.